Big up, everybody. It's your boy, MarkN, MUFC fan. Forgot a chocolate on top of my mouse pad, so I couldn't bring myself live. Big up to each and every one of you joining. It's a pleasure to present this stream to you guys this evening. A little bit of a, how should I put it, a little bit of transfer news, some updates on what could possibly happening with Manchester United going on in the January window. Guys, you can be excited. There are some bristling news. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all the possibilities and the things that could be happening. And let's talk about what's being said. You know what I mean? Because it keeps getting more interesting by the minute, guys. And if you are not in the live, smash a like in the non-live. Leave a comment. Share it around. You know what I mean? Help the channel grow, guys. Your boy will be supremely grateful. It's Christmas. I set a goal of, 3K for the new year. I haven't hit it yet. I'm still on the road to 2K, and I need your help ever so much to help me get there, guys. Big up to all of you joining, and let's get into the show. As Fabrizio Romano has been reporting, not only Marcus Rashford might be the one player insisting out in January. There's reports coming in that there's also the likes of Christian Eriksen and Swedish defender Victor Lindelof that possibly will be leaving in the January window. Of course, there have been no concrete meetings yet between the parties and potentially interested clubs, but there are potential interested clubs who are inquiring as what the requirements might be to lure the said players away from Manchester United in the January window. And of course, the two Scandinavians are currently running on expiring contracts, so neither are probably to earn a new deal. Hence, if they don't seal moves in the January, most probably will leave Carrington after seeing out the end of their contracts at the end of the season, guys. And I don't think we're going to want that as a fan base. Of course, we need to better FFP, and any little way that comes in, it helps, it counts, it goes to the bigger picture to help us get the job done, to get everything we want. So, guys, Eriksen was a regular feature under Erik ten Hag. However, the 32-year-old has struggled to cope with Amorim's style, so the latter is currently favoring Manuel Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo in the double pivot, while Bruno Fernandes could also be an option for a deeper role, especially when Mason Mount is available to start as an attacking midfielder. On the other hand, Victor Lindelof has truly hit his stride since joining the Red Devils in 2017. He's been dealing with constant physical issues, and the latest ensuing during the Thursday's Carabao Cup defeat against Spurs. So, guys, yeah, let's keep the ball moving. Let's look to get these guys on the move. It's not going to be a situation where we need to pamper these guys anymore, keep them at Old Trafford any longer. Why should we be doing that? We need to improve. And of course, Manchester United's new hierarchy, the new structure, is ever looking and searching for new talent to bring into the club. And as you know, there's some interest coming in, and Milos Kerkez is seemingly a definite option that United might be looking at. Of course, there's also the likes of Miguel Gutierrez, who will cost nothing more than 30 million euros to bring in the January window, as he has handed his club, Girona, a transfer request. Not too sure if that has anything directly linked with Man United's interest, but he's looking for a new challenge. And he was reportedly 30 million euros on a release clause in the summer. Has anything changed? Not since. So let's see if that might be one of the options. But Milos Kerkez is a heavy favorite because he has the Premier League proven experience. And we faced him on Sunday. He had Ahmad in his pocket for most of the game. A very intense player, very strong, young, rugged, fast, and physical, and very good on the ball. He never let up for the 90 minutes. And we can see why our attacking sensation had a tough time creating chances and getting himself on the score sheet, being marked out of the game by young Kerkez. The 22-year-old is also a young talent, and there's also some interest that is looking at Anthony Robinson, who could be coming in from Fulham. You know, after being left impressed with his performance in the 2-2 draw versus the Cottagers last Sunday, there's some interesting that, you know, Arne Slot might want to see Robinson as a compete. You know, it just might be interesting. So Milos Kerkez, Anthony Robinson, options for Man United? Certainly they are. I would put my money on the possibility of Miguel Gutierrez as a very, very much high likely signing, as he has sent in a transfer request. Now, not just looking at these things, there's also other interesting news to be had and interesting bits of information floating around. And as we heard about the outs, you know, we didn't talk about Marcus Rashford, so that's another out. You know, that's a definite possibility. Let's talk about some possible ins. And one of those possible ins might be Victor Osimhen. Of course, he's not my first choice as striker. I would say I don't really rate him that much. I think he's far overrated, but the interest is there. And I have to report it because at the end of the day, this is the news. You know, since joining Galatasaray, you know, he's scored 12 goals in 15 games. However, Osimhen could once again be on the move. As per RCMC Sport, PSG have made contact with the forward. However, a move could prove complex. Luis Enrique was opposed to the signature of a number 9 in the summer, and he could be once again come in January. With the player also currently on loan in Turkey, it's a deal that would require negotiation between PSG, Napoli, and Galatasaray. Those negotiations could prove very difficult. Now, Osimhen is valued at €75 million. The arrival of Manchester United on the scene could further complicate matters. Tavel O'Leary understands that Manchester United have made contact with Osimhen's representative. The Premier League club are in the market for a striker and could be the ones to allow the Nigerian to fulfill his dream of playing in the Premier League. Manchester United have no difficulty in agreeing terms with Osimhen. However, finding an agreement with Napoli would be more difficult. The Sierra A side is demanding as such as £75 million for the striker whose contract expires in 18 months. And for my opinion, guys, I don't think he's worth it. I don't even think he's worth 50. So 75? Man. Big up to Gavin Williams and the great one in the building. Big up to the great one as well. Mark Bless, have to apologize to you. Now I see I was not Ten Hag problem. They are shit. Brother, I don't think they're generally shit. I think we have quite a few players who definitely need time to develop. And the biggest problem is they're in key areas like attack, midfield. And that's our biggest problem, guys. We have 5 to 6 players who need time to develop. We have 5 to 6 players who haven't had the best start to the Man United career in the last 18 months or the last season, and they need time as well. And then we have the regulars and the poster boys who really not showing up clutch like we expect them to. So it's a little bit of a difficult situation. I would say, guys, some are not good enough, but some, I think it's a bit too soon to write off some of the guys. I think we're going to have a little bit of patience. Big up to Hayden Pro in the building. I hope you're having a good one. Big up to you, my bro. Everything is going to be amazing tonight because you guess what, guys? This is not the only news. And while some of us might not be interested in a Victor Osimhen, there's alternative options. And my buddy, I see you in the chat. And your buddy, your guy, your option is here. I didn't forget you, Hayden. You know, there's some good news to be had about the signing of Victor Gyökeres. You know, it comes off the hot of the heels of one of our major competitors, you know, are deciding to make a shift in who are they looking at for their striking option. And that is Bayern Munich, who has changed tact and are thinking of planning a move for Omar Mamouche. Arsenal, on the other hand, were very keen on the striker, but they are thinking of getting something younger, like a Benjamin Sesko. While that now leaves the race quite a bit open for Man United, although, you know, Barcelona has interest. Barcelona does not have the funds to afford a transfer in this current moment. I would say it would be very astute of Man United to attack Dani Olmo in this current moment, guys, because Dani Olmo could leave back in 2 weeks. He could be on a free. Barcelona are scrambling to get him registered for the next half of next season, and he will be able to listen to offers come the January window on a free transfer. It's shocking, I know, but yeah. The great one, let's not rewrite history with the who brought shit to the club. Most of the shit were already at the club. Let's just be real on that one. Gyökeres is the best in the world right now. Don't disagree there. Don't disagree there. Of course, there was a time when he was nowhere near that. You know what I mean? But moving on from Gyökeres, let's go on to something a little bit more exciting. And to be fair, I don't know how Manchester United passed up the chance to sign Mario Hermoso on a free in the summer window. But maybe it's because they had their eyes set on Theo Hernandez. Now, there's very big chances that Man United could get a deal for Theo Hernandez negotiated. But the biggest problem is AC Milan has been making strides in offering a brand new contract to the left wing back. And it's said to have met the asking of him and his agent. Let's see if he puts pen to paper, because if that happens, that changes the whole ball game for all parties interested, especially Man United. United have been heavily linked with Hernandez over the past few weeks amidst uncertainty over his future at the Rossoneri. His contract expires in the summer of 2026, and in the last few games, he has been benched by Paulo Fonseca in favor of 19-year-old Alex Jimenez. A week ago, Hernandez's agent released a statement affirming his client's commitment to signing a new contract at Milan. The agent dismissed rumors of a rift between Hernandez and Fonseca, attributing the player's limited game time solely to tactical decisions. However, this has done little to quell suggestion that Hernandez could be on the move, with a January transfer increasingly possible. As previously covered, Milan relayed that they want a €50 million price tag for the 27-year-old. And according to that, Hernandez is facing a very complicated situation. Having come off the bench against Hellas Verona just a week after not featuring at all versus Genoa, this has caught the attention of United, and Ruben Amorim's side are understood to be ready to go on the attack for the Frenchman. His agent has held talks with Milan over a new contract, but so far they have not gotten to the final signing process. Hernandez's chances of parting ways with the Serie A giants are set to be moderate. Additionally, it's believed that Fonseca is not happy with the fullback's attitude in training and has made this well known even in front of the rest of the squad. Hernandez has made 19 appearances across all competitions this term, registering 2 goals and 2 assists in that period. Now, guys, that's an interesting take. I will say that there is an opportunity there. However, €50 million, somewhere in the region of £44 million, I think that might just be a little bit much for United to go in for. While I would say United might be able to provide them with a precarious option, it might be interesting to see what sort of deal materializes. I would love to see Theo Hernandez at Manchester United. I'm pretty sure any one of you in the comments would also be willing to see him and happy to accept him into the squad. I just think, if we get Theo Hernandez at £40 million, there might be issues in terms of getting multiple signings into the door. Maybe looking at a cheaper signing might not be such a bad deal. You know what I mean, guys? How United will sell at a decent price for some of these players is going to be interesting, of course, Gavin. 27 goals for Gyökeres at this stage of the season is crazy work. Don't dispute that at all. United have to sell in January to buy. Not looking good for Amorim. I won't say it's not looking good. I would say from now, guys, I believe United has somewhere in the region of 50 to 60 million pounds that they have available to make transfers. However, I do think they would like to sell to keep the narrative that sell to buy is what United must do. I think it's something that's going to happen. I think, Rashford being put up in the shop window and all the reports, there's no smoke without fire. And if we were to get him off the books and on a deal, let's say somewhere in the region of 40 to 50 million pounds or 35 to 55 million pounds, that's going to be pure profit. We could afford to spend 100 million in January and it will not hurt us. In fact, it will be beneficial to us. We would have saved. But let's see what happens, guys, because, just like Hayden Pro, I like Theo Hernandez, but the issues he's having is a concern. It's definitely a concern when a player is not really respecting the manager. He might be a top player, but bringing him to your club could create more problems, especially at Man United, where there are many players who don't really show that they respect the manager. You know what I mean? So it's one thing to look at and to be concerned by, to keep the observation on. You know, another report coming in, guys. Of course, you know, there's a lot of talk about the Norwegian sensation. Who else am I talking about other than Sphere Naipan? There are some reports that Manchester United are seriously considering jumping in to get this talent in the first week of January to avoid a possible loss to possibly the likes of Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, as well as Arsenal. The young Norwegian sensation is being scouted by all of the top clubs in Europe, including Chelsea as well, and Man United are scheduled to make an approach as the window opens to secure the target that they have been hoping to secure while scouting for the last 18 months. This young sensation is going to be very interesting. But what I would say is there's another rising midfield talent that I would certainly, and I know my buddy Danny B has always been talking about it, but I definitely think we definitely should be looking to make a move for this young talent. In my opinion, I think he's more of a finished article than Naipan, although Naipan is said to be one of the, you know, how should we call it, one of the kids of this generation. And Mastuatano, no January move likely, but Franco is a very interesting player, guys. You know, 17 years old, the Red Devils are in no rush to seal the deal, emphasizing a measured approach as they rebuild their team dynamics. According to Dean Jones and Danny Rust, United are closely monitoring Mastantuono, currently impressing at River Plate. However, a January move appears unlikely as Amorim sees further proof of the youngster's readiness for the Premier League. The patience of the game United is playing. The Red Devils are no strangers to acquiring emerging talents, exemplified by the summer signing of Lemi Yoro. Mastantuono is an attacking midfielder with a 38 million release clause, fits their profile of reducing the squad's average age. Yet sources reveal that Manchester United are hesitant to make the mid-season commitment. Amorim is prioritizing monitoring his consistency before opening negotiations. As reported by Danny Rust and Dean Jones, Manchester United have reservations over acquiring Mastuatano midway through a season. His form has not been enough to convince Amorim on other key decision makers. This caution stance aligns with the recent reports suggesting that Marcus Rashford's potential departure in search of a fresh challenge will not influence their plans for the January window. However, there are very big suitors, including Real Madrid, who are also tracking Mastantuono, and the La Liga champions, known for nurturing young talents, have reportedly sent scouts to South America to evaluate the midfielder's potential. However, sources claim that no imminent moves are expected from either club. While Real Madrid admire his promise, they share United's hesitation over a January swoop. Now, guys, rebuilding Manchester United is going to be a long-term fixture. It's not going to happen in 6 weeks, nor 10, nor 12, nor 20. It might take 50 or maybe 100, guys. And this is me being realistic. You know what I mean? I'm really optimistic about the possibilities. You know, Ruben Amorim is a brilliant manager. I think he has a different type of personality that might blossom for him at United. And maybe that's what sets him apart from Erik ten Hag. But guys, patience. It's key. It's key right now in United. We are not that team. And as much as it's hard and difficult and chest paining to say these words, we definitely need to take a step back as fans and support the journey in the reality that we are not ready to compete for the top of the league in this current moment. You know what I mean? So let's see how it goes. I'm interested in seeing the possibility of getting this young talent into Manchester United. But if that's not yet, something concrete interest that might draw the headlines, Man United are also looking at Edison from Atalanta. Of course, we know he was supposed to go to Liverpool last summer, but that move did not materialize. And Manchester United are really considering a dynamic move for this midfielder in the January window. After suffering another 3-0 defeat at home to Bournemouth in the Premier League, leaving Manchester United languishing in the bottom half of the table, for Christmas, for the first time ever in 35 years, Ruben Amorim's decision to sub off Manuel Ugarte in the second half allowed the Cherries too much space to exploit with Kobe Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes struggling to cover. The Portuguese did not have the best options in the middle of the park, with both Christian Eriksen and Casemiro too slow for out of possession and likely to depart in January or next summer. It is clear that Amorim is phasing both of them out, with the Dane starting only 2 games since Sporting Lisbon boss took over, while the Brazilian has not made it off the bench for the last 3 games. Eric Ederson in interest. The head coach demands intensity from all his players, and both 32-year-olds are incapable of producing that week in, week out. Hence, replacements are being sought after. Atalanta's Ederson seems to come to mind as one of those players that is going to be a very interesting transfer, and I can guarantee you that several clubs in Europe are monitoring him continuously, and Man United are one of them. He's a perfect fit for the Amorim system, and, you know, with Amorim wanting intensity, Ederson is probably one of the most intense midfielders I have seen in a while. You know, he's running for 3 people, a top player. The January transfer window will be complicated, but the feeling that Ederson could leave in the summer as well. United have sent their scouts several times to scout him and has many fans around Europe. The Brazilian has a contract in Atlanta until 2027, which would likely cost United somewhere in the region of 60 million euros, with a January exit considered unlikely, with the Bergamo-based outfit currently top of the Serie A table. So, guys, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with those deals. Of course, you know, Man United is on the way back. It's not been a smooth ride. It's not been the best. It's going to be a long journey to come still. I still think there's lots to happen and lots, you know, that we can look forward to. Of course, we're going to be linked with many players because it's only 4 days before the January transfer. I mean, it's only 5 or 6 days before the January transfer window opens officially. And of course, we know Manchester United's precarious situation in the league. We have not been performing to the best of our ability in the last couple months. Of course, we also have changed drastically, you know, our style of play and what is required from the players. So it's kind of like they're learning on the job. And it's an interesting situation that puts Manchester United in a precarious situation, guys. As a lot of fans have been complaining about the youngsters. You know, we need a little bit more finished articles in the squad, a little bit more experience. We want to win now. You know, the patience to win 2 years down the road and develop a team is not for everyone, and I could understand where some of the fans sit. But in some more brighter news, guys, you know, he is a done deal. I told you guys about this guy so long ago, and he was going to be costing us nothing short of 3.5 million euros, which was a done deal. Of course, there's some add-ons, but we will not discuss the add-ons initially because he still has to achieve them. You know, Manchester United signing of South American fullback Diego Leone is very, very exciting. As you can see across social media, his family, you know, friends and, you know, fellow villagers will congratulate him on his success and wishing him well on his journey. He's only 17 years old and a foreign player, which the Brexit laws does not allow for 17-year-old professional talents to play for senior squads in the in the Premier League unless they were homegrown, which he certainly was not. We will have to wait until he turns 18, which does not happen until May next year. So he will be performing in the United under 18s and under 21s, guys. So stay tuned for more news from your boy MarkN. I will, you know, as I constantly follow the youths, I will be talking about his exploits and we'll be sharing clips and comments in the shorts as well. Be sure to check them out. Leon will officially join United next summer when he turns 18, implying that he will end current season with club Cerro de Porteño. But that was a little bit of a change as he will be playing those few months in the Premier League B with the United youth team, as a slight change has been made to those situations so that he can get adapted to the atmosphere and playing in the conditions of England. You know, the 17-year-old likes to whip crosses into the penalty area, and he ranks first for crosses into box in his current league. You know, he's known for his blistering pace. He making it easy for him to cover the pitch. He's ranked 3rd for most progressive runs and 3rd for most contact in the box last term. He scored on his debut for Cerro Porteño, and he's one of the players that has been leading the team. He needs to improve his decision-making to become a top player, which is expected to come as he matures. Despite his tender age, he is not afraid to get involved in duels, ranking in the 88th percentile of defensive duels in the Paraguay Primera Division. Manager Ruben Amorim has struggled to play a natural left wing back since his arrival. Leon may not be ready for a ready-made solution, but he could become a key player under Amorim in the future. It's going to be very interesting. Gavin, where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? Big up to Randy in the building. When we were chasing Ugarte, I said go for Edison. Well, that's not why we're getting Edison. We're getting Edison because we need a squad, Gavin. We need multiple players to fill that position. One player can't do it week in, week out. We're going to need an option just in case that player becomes injured. Of course, Ugarte had some good performances. Of course, we need more. You know what I mean? And selling Bruno, who's going to create for us? There's no one, literally. You know what I mean? He's 1-to-1, my bro. For every good thing we've done, Bruno has had a hand in it in the last 10 to 15 games. You know, he's been our most consistent player over the last 5 seasons. So I know he's had a bad patch to begin this season, and a lot of people might, you know, dislike him for whatever reasons. You know, most likely I think it's because of Gary Neville, who still never apologized for the lie that he propagated that Bruno Fernandes is a crybaby or whatever he was doing on the pitch, which was totally untrue. But yeah, guys, this might be an option. Of course, you know, great one. We had seen Casemiro play with Ugarte many times in the first couple of games. I'm tenure in Man United. But like I've been saying to everyone, I believe Casemiro is nursing an injury. This is why he has not been playing many games. So let's see how it goes. It's going to be very interesting. Of course, I have more information and updates for you guys tomorrow. In the morning, I will be doing, you know what, I have 1 more stream before, I have 2 more streams before Christmas. So tomorrow morning is going to be one of those things. I'm tired of talk of where would we be without Bruno. Well, with him, we're 13th, and I'm willing to take the risk without him. Brother, I don't disagree with you. You know what I mean? In the sense that, you know, I don't think Bruno is going to be one of that players that might be here for the next 2 or 3 seasons. I think maybe we have 1 or 2 seasons best again out of him. But realistically, my bro, I think we're blaming Bruno when yesterday in the game, he was one of the best players. Ahmad was, everyone saying he made himself, he looked good, but he was rubbish yesterday. He was worse than Bruno was in the game yesterday. I could guarantee you. You know what I mean? Like Opta says that Ahmad was a 6.1. and Bruno was a 6.8. So he was 7.7 points better than Ahmad, which is very fair because I watched the game and I don't think Ahmad covered himself in any glory yesterday. You know, all his shots was hitting people in the stands. And other than that, he wasn't really effective. Now, there are lots of players who were not effective in the game yesterday, but we definitely need an upgrade. But, you know, to sell Bruno, bro, we need to bring someone in who could replace him. Bruno didn't lose the ball that led to all 3 goals, my brother. And if a player loses the ball, why are we paying a goalkeeper and why are we paying defenders to recover the ball, to save the shots? Remember that, bro. You cannot blame that on Bruno. Kobe Mainoo was abject shit yesterday. And I'm just not going in on Kobe Mainoo because, well, he's Kobe Mainoo. But Kobe Mainoo was at fault for at least 2 of the goals since he come on the pitch. He lost. He had a rubbish game. He has been looking lethargic since coming back from this summer. He's not really had a good game, in my honest opinion. Since he looks slow, he looks very casual, and we're blaming Bruno when Kobe was the one causing all the problems in the midfield because he was doing rubbish. It's weird. Kobe Mohamed Kudus. Don't see it, bro. He's not a creator. He likes to score goals, but I don't see him as a creator and the maturity to do it. I mean, he could develop there, but he's not shown that to me. I've watched him in the AFCON. Even when he plays with Ghana, he ain't that guy. Bro, listen, the 3rd goal, it's not even Bruno's fault, bro. To be fair, you can't give a guy that ball there. Like Malacia was doing a madness yesterday. You know, I just think that everyone needs to take a chill pill on Bruno sometimes, guys. Like we attack some of the players who generally are our best players for making some mistakes, and we prop up players who only have a handful of good performances. And apparently they're the best thing in Man United. Like it's really weird, bro. A guy who's been performing, let's say he's an 8 out of 10 for at least 200 out of 300 games. But you're suddenly now putting all your hopes on a guy who was 8 out of 10 for 5 games out of 30. That's weird. It's so weird, guys. It's so weird. But anyway, we keep it moving. Of course, the squad rebuild is still necessary, guys. Of course, we still need to continue rebuilding the squad. We still definitely need to continue purchasing players and keeping it moving. So whether you like Bruno or not, whether you like Ahmad or not, we still need to bring in competition for Ahmad. We still need to bring in competition for Bruno. We still need to keep upgrading the squad. We're not ready yet to have a best 11, guys. We need to build a squad first so that it's competition. So no matter who plays, we get a good result. And currently, we're not that. The outers must be happy, but I'm not always said we don't have a manager problem, but a squad problem. 100% Morandi. The outers, they're blaming Ten Hag for the problems that we're facing right now, when they are the ones who said if we sack him, we'll get top 4. It's insane, bro. It's insane. Where would we be without Bruno? 13th, 8th last season, 6th, 4th season. Yeah, oh, you forgot 3rd and 2 cup finals. You forgot winning the FA Cup. You know what I mean? The only reason we finished 8th last season, okay, you know the first one you put there, 13th? The season is not over, bro. No one counts where you are in the league until the season over. Because realistically, bro, we have 22 more games in the Premier League before the season is over. We've only played 16. That means we could earn twice as many points as we've lost, and twice as many points as we have right now currently. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a little bit of a stretch, bro. And it wasn't Bruno's fault that we finished 6th this season 4 seasons ago, bro. Bruno was the top scorer in the team that season, actually. So it had to be other man them fault. The other man them who men always think another manager is going to get the best out of them 10 seasons running. But I digress. The player that you're all talking about now is the best player in the team. Was in Scotland playing 4 seasons ago. He was in Scotland on loan, not even getting a game. Just putting it out there, bro. Just putting it out there. You know what I mean? So I think give it some time, guys. We change formation, we change tactics. It's not as simple as just lining up 3 defenders in the back, 4 in the midfield, and 3 up front, bro. You know what I mean? And Bruno always lost balls. And if you really check the statistics, De Bruyne is not that different. The top midfielders not that different from Bruno. All the top creators is loose passes. The biggest difference is that they have intelligent footballers around them, not unintelligible players like Rashford who can't read a football game, among others, bro. Well, who cares? I don't think anybody should be in the unsellable list. Certainly, there should be no one. Who don't rate Rooney? Who didn't rate Wayne Rooney, bro? I rate Bruno, but I don't rate Rooney. Who is Rooney? Wayne Rooney, you're talking about Waza? Of course I rated Waza, bro. I think I don't know what I want that comment there, bro. You know what I mean? It's weird because, like, honestly, bro, like, think about it like this. I think the fans, this is just me, bro. I don't know. I could be wrong. Ahmad, Euro Dilet. Yeah, I think Ahmad being unsellable. I don't know if that's the right decision, bro. Like, let's be honest, bro. Mason Greenwood should have been unsellable. He is nowhere near that guy. Still to this day, and they're both the same age. No, bro. I said Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney. I said Michael Owen, bro. Not Wayne Rooney. Michael Owen is not a legend for me. Wayne Rooney is a legend. Michael Owen is Scouse from Liverpool. He is not a legend for me. Waza is a legend for me, not Michael Owen. Yeah, but bro, having an unsellable list and having a sellable list, bro. To be real fair, bro, I think is a mad one. No. I meant to say Michael Owen, bro, because I don't rate Michael Owen. I really don't rate Michael Owen, bro. But let me be honest, bro. Mason Greenwood is 22 years old. Amad Diallo is 22 years old. You cannot tell me you're willing to sell Mason Greenwood and you're putting Amad on an unsellable list. That is blasphemy, king. Because the man is nowhere near it. Like, Amad has a left foot, Mason Greenwood has a right foot too, brother. And his right foot is better than Amad's left. Oh, did I say Wayne Rooney? I meant to say that stupid man, bro, Michael Owen. I swear it was Michael. Because watching that Michael Owen article, bro, if you know I dislike this guy, Michael Owen, bro. I don't know, brother. I don't know why we buy this fool at United, bro. Michael Owen come from Liverpool. Scouse. Yeah, I probably meant to say Michael Owen and said Wayne Rooney, bro, but no Wayne Rooney, bro. Our Wayne Rooney kid something, bro. Yeah, I support Ruben Amorim 100%, bro. But supporting Ruben Amorim 100% have nothing to do with the fact that some of these players we have, fellas, need to understand they really do need us to give them some time to develop. One, that's just that. And then in our next way, you know, it really do have some players we need to give some chances in playing, and we need to start looking at the game more like a squad. You know what I mean, bro? Yeah, bro. I probably totally shanked it earlier on, bro. I probably said Wayne Rooney when I really meant to say never gonna beat them allegations, bro. Damn. I really meant to say this guy, you know, bro. Michael Owen, you know, that Scouse bastard. But yeah. Anyway, but let me be honest, bro. Like, I don't know what man them saying here. But I will be honest and say it now, right? That unsellable list, I wouldn't take it too seriously, bro, because realistically, I think we shouldn't be hyping anybody until we see what they do over the course of a season. And, you know, the way, and honest, guys, like, I do think Amad has been showing why he should be getting game time, why he should be starting. But he's not been amazing every single game he's played this season. There has been some games where he has been far from as good as some games that he's played really well. And I think we should really wait until the season end and see what he's achieved over the course of the whole season. You know what I mean? That's just me. And I say that for all the players in the squad because realistically, we need to realize that we definitely are guilty of shooting ourselves in the foot as a fan base. And just like I did with that stream earlier, and I said Wayne Rooney when I meant to say Michael Owen. Jeez, bro. I feel like I could delete that stream now because I say was instead of Michael Owen. I going back and cut that comment out, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Because, brother, what's up, bro? Bro, I think I had food on my mind earlier, bro. I was thinking about cooking, bro. But I don't know. Anyway, big up to all of you. Hope you guys have an amazing day, bro. Like, yeah, bro, he giving everybody a chance. I think I don't mind the rotation, guys. I know we losing games and things, but I don't mind the rotation because, to be honest, I feel like the only way we will figure out who we really need is by letting Amorim take all the time he needs to figure out who he want, who could play this position, that position, multiple positions, who can't do it, and who he doesn't want. And I think that's the only smart decision after these bums that we call Ineos wasted 30 million on bad decisions, bro. Like, really and truly, if they had sacked Ten Hag this summer, we would have moved. We would have deal with it as a fan base normal. You would have been able to spend that same 180 something million on Amorim signings, bro. Could I get rid of players Amorim wanted out? But, yeah. You know what I mean? We move, guys. Big up to everyone on the way out. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Stay safe. And of course, Man United might be a bit disappointing, but the Christmas is going to be merry. Big up to each and every one of you. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Big up to you, great one. Big up to Randy. Big up to Hayden Pro in the building. Big up to Rick Mank. And big up to you, Gavin Williams. Guys, have a lovely evening. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out. Much love from your boy, MarkN. Merry Christmas from my family to you and yours.